don't think I did a proper video for this man, but of course I went in to the vaults and listened to some DIO tonight. But of course, instead of enjoying the music, I started tearing up because he did pass away in 2010. And of course, you know, he was a big influence in my life with music. Of course, when I first heard, I think Holy Diver came out in 1983. Let alone Last in Line, but Holy Diver was the first album I've ever picked up. Of course, I watched the video when MTV finally came out in 1983, Rainbow in the Dark. And so I was immediately hooked. Immediately. You know, I managed to collect every Ronnie James Dio album that came out, except for like live albums and stuff like that. Well, I did get one live album, but it was a short one. That was the Sacred Heart, I believe. Well, one of that in between, but I tried to lock up the Wolves, but he did come out with more, and I believe all the way up until 2010. But also coming out in 1983 was the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, you know, Conan the Barbarian. For some reason, I took highly into that movie along with the Beastmaster. But his music, Ronnie James Dio's music back then, reminded me of that. And I don't know, it was like I wanted to be in that time, in that era. And I just got so far in the fantasy world in it that, yeah, I picked up every album this man pretty much made, except for maybe newer ones. But I think the last one I did buy was Lock Up the Wolves. But I have to go and collect the other ones that he does have out, because I have listened to some of them. I mean, I lost touch with the world after friggin', you know, so many years. Of course, with my drinking. The whole 90s era was a huge, total disaster train wreck. Especially the early 2000s. But then I came along, Elf. This song right here. And oh my God, the amazement in this song and his vocals. I mean, this man, right, could come out sounding like a, you know, a pure woman in some ways, and then reach the point of, you know, get that rough cut voice. But his music did help me through some tough times. And I mean the 80s, the early 80s, like 82, 83, 84. Oh yeah, them was some real bad moments in my life. I mean, that's probably what led me to depression and suicidal thoughts. I did try killing myself. But, you know, sometimes I do get that thought. But lately I've been trying to fight it. Not too much to waste my life thinking of that crap. Oh, fuck. Sound like a distant scream. But anyways, yeah, this man right here, man, brought me through some hard-driven times. And another thing that this reminded me of his music was the HBO city. The thing that used to fly, like the camera was flying through the city. And that too led to a lot of music, and like I was like, wow. And when I listened to music and watched that, it was like I was in another world. But this song here, man, anybody that loves ballads has got to listen to this one. Wonder World, Elf. I've heard the other songs off this album, but this one, Trying to Burn the Sun. It's a masterpiece. This is where I believe he started his legendary vocals work and legendary, start. Hold on a second. I'll be back. So as I was saying, the late, great Ronnie James Dio. Anybody you want to check out, like I said, check this song out. It is a ballad beyond ballads. Like I said, man, this guy was a big influence in my life. Kept me living. All the bands that I listened to as a youngster gave me inspiration, motivation, and just kept me living. I mean, I just can't say one guy, one song, one band. I gotta say all of them. And the list goes on. And lately I haven't been uploading stuff on this, and I should be, because we got Dave Mustaine. Poor bastard's going through cancer treatment. I did read an article the other day that he's been keeping up on him, that he finished all his chemotherapy, and hopefully this stuff is be rid of and gone, because I don't know what I'd do if you goddamn hammer keeps taking all the wrong people. It's making me sick. This man taken 2010. And at that time, man, I was in some real bad water back then, boy. The birth of my fourth child. I was living in a motel room, homeless, in the worst, crappiest hotel room at that. Stains all over the floor, type of ordeal. Bad situation, man, bad. And if I would have known this, I'd probably broke down or something. Because I tell you, these bands, man, they just think bands, you just go out and buy an album and say, cool, neat. No, these bands, to me, I don't know about anybody else, become family. They're like a big brother, big father figure, big brother figure, big something figure. They're something, they're like a, cousin, whatever the case may be. I mean, you got that much talent wrapped around in one head, album after album after album. Just like Judas Priest, just like Black Sabbath, just like Tesla, or Testament, and, all these bands that record today, just like Rat, Stephen Pearcy. It's sad to see bands like that are, still living, like Skid Row or whatever, but, I mean, these long legendary bands that, crept through the Iron Maiden, to lose a band member, to lose someone, Def Leppard. These bands, man, they pound themselves, they sacrifice themselves, they make the music that rings through your soul. And when they pass on, man, it's like, damn, it's like family. You can't deny it. Nobody can deny it if you got a passion with music like me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got my family, I got, friends. But when they're not around, man, I got nothing else to turn to. I gotta go to music. Of course, a lot of music also brings a lot of memories. Moments, times, This happened here with that one, that one happened there with this one. It's like, yeah, remember that time. But, sad to say, yeah, but everything, all good things come to an end. But when it ain't their time, say so like Cliff Burton. Say so like him, cancer. Why cancer? I don't even think the guy ever smoked in his life. I don't know if he did or not. But, there's a lot of Randy Rhoads taken too soon. And you're sitting there left to wonder, then, it's like Ozzy hearing Randy Rhoads audio tapes for the first time of, mastered stuff that he did, and he's like, to hear Ronnie James Dio. And what his wife is doing now, bringing back the hologram image of him, but, just to see it. Unfortunate, I didn't get to see Ronnie James Dio in concert, man. And he was one of the most that were fucking top 20 or 10 I would love to have seen live. But now it sucks and sad to say because, things didn't go the way I planned. He was one of them that I didn't get to see, and lo and behold, lost but not forgotten. This is my tribute to this man. This is what he's done for me. And man, I wish I could have met him and shook his hand. Hopefully one day I can get out there and, check out his grave and leave a symbolism of my token to him. Leave something there, whatnot. But all in all, man, check this song out. Trying to Burn the Sun, right? Yeah. I mean, I've only came across this song a couple years ago. This is one of the albums or one of the bands that I did not get to check out when I was younger because it wasn't laid out on the table. But if I would have found it, and if I would have heard this song, man, I would have been all over it. And when I first heard it for the first time, I think it was like 2 years ago, man, it was like, whoa. This is Mr. Ronnie James Dio at his best. I mean, this song is down to earth, legendary in its own words. His vocals couldn't be more, perfect for this song. And like I said, I just picked up a video a few minutes ago, and I started watching it, man. It's like choked up in the throat. It's like, ugh. I remember the first time I went to a friend of mine, I'll end it with this, CCD classes he wanted me to go do. Like, all right. I was bored, didn't have nothing to do. Local kid in the neighborhood would be in there with King Diamond shirts, right? Metallica, Striper. Then again, yeah, there he goes wearing Striper when I was a Catholic band, but he wore that. But he was also wearing King Diamond, right? And go figure, the first friggin' class I go in, they're talking about heavy metal album covers and what their meaning is. Kiss. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell are these people doing? It was on the symbolism of the thing where they tried to sue Ozzy and Judas Priest for 2 of their songs for kids committing suicide. Suicide Solution and Stained Glass. Better by You, Better Than Me song. Now you got the Catholic people talking about Kiss, Knights in Serving Satan. And I'm thinking, what the and Dio came up. And the guy or the girl, I don't know who it was, I forget if it was a guy or girl, but I'm rolling my eyes at this person. You turn the Dio cover upside down, you will see evil in the word Dio. And I kind of did. I flipped it over and took the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, damn, that's cool. Evil, right? In a way, it does come up because the D with the little hook horns out on the end of it, you turn it around, looks like an E. Right. And the D, the E, and the D comes into the V of the I, and it all, if you check out and make sure the Dio is spelt with all the crazy, form of the 21st or the 20th or 19th century writing, right? Or back in King Arthur's day. I mean, this is the stuff that reminded me of, this music reminded me of like Conan the Barbarian or the Beastmaster. And, I mean, that's why I started liking this guy. I mean, his music hit you like a ton of bricks. Boom! And it was like soothing and rage and headbang and, powerful. So, And like I said, it kept me alive. I want to do this, I said. I want to be inspirational like this, I said. I want to try and form myself something like this. All bands that kept me alive, man, kept me, and he was one of them. They kept me motivated to stop thinking like a dumbass and fight through the evil and that's what this is. This music is. Black Sabbath, DIO, Iron Maiden. They're not singing because they want to worship the devil. They're singing of the terrible things that go on in this world, and they form it into the song no better way than anybody else can do it. Perfectly. Legendary. Epic. Songs back in the day when they had a story to it. Songs these days, man, trot along like, fuck, I eat peaches. Peaches come for trees. Or if you ever make a rock song about eating peaches, go sing it to a group of kids. Learning. Motivated for the kids to go eat peaches. Don't bring that my way. I want my evil in my songs just for the fact that, right, I'm not no devil worshiper. I want people to know what the world is. The world is evil. The world has its problems. The world, like war pigs and stuff like that, and deals, we're the last in line and so forth. Great, my kid don't need a ride. Yeah, we gotta go back home. But anyways, that's what DIO's music, any type of music, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Ozzy, all them types of music. Even Whitesnake, man, has a meaning to his music. David Coverdale. His is all about love, partying, and, finding women, and, you get the storyline of it, right? But anyways, this is my tribute. Let's give my man, Ronnie James Dio, a moment of silence. Like I say, as for, the inspirational this guy gave me to keep my head up, like any other band, but DIO was good, though, man. His music made me want to fight. Made me want to fight and keep myself real. That's what his music inspired me to feel and be like. Don't give up. Don't fall for this. Especially, like, don't talk to strangers. How perfectly ironic can you get with that song? It teaches you. You could say, yeah, don't talk to strangers. I mean, I knew that all my life, beforehand, but to give you the smell of the flowers that are an evil drug, things like that is what I was missing. I knew about the don't talk to the strangers, but also don't watch the flowers that give that evil drug and da-da-da-da, stuff, lyrics like that. Man, inspirational. Just give you the mind of, whoa, what did he just say? And if you don't understand the lyrics, and if you don't get the concept of not today's music, stupid, of yesterday's music, you shouldn't be listening to music at all. Just because someone writes about the devil, someone sings about the devil, and someone has the devil on their cover, say so, like, or demons like DIO, doesn't mean that he worships it. He's just giving you advice. And say so the horns of the hands of one man saying about Ozzy and how he throw up their horns and everybody be in the concert throwing up their horns to the devil. If anybody didn't watch or hear an interview with Ronnie James Dio, them horns weren't for evil. They were from his either grandmother or great-grandmother. It might have been his grandmother that gave him the horns herself. Herself gave him the horns, because it meant good luck. It wasn't about evil. It wasn't about demons and the Satan and the devil and, all the dumb crap you read and, they'll see them horns. They're worshiping, they're sacrificing. No, it was his good luck from his grandmother. And she'd point them at him. And I believe they were signing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not into Catholic stuff, and I respect people, but the fingers meant good luck for going up and getting help from God or something, but something in that thing. You'd have to look up the interview if you want to hear it, but you can quote me on it. Don't believe me? Oh, well, you don't believe me. Then you're not a true Ronnie James Dio fan. Other than that, this is my tribute. Ronnie James Dio, hope one day I'll get to see you on the other side, my brother, and get to ram my head, roar the heavens, or wherever you may dwell, and enjoy that awesome music that you wrote and melodies that you made. And that's what he'd call them too, melodies. So, tribute to Ronnie James Dio. Thank you, my man. You helped me through some dark times. You were a true heavy metalist. Till the next video, be safe. Take care. Out.